Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Antonia, and I'm a 400 level student of the Department of Medical Rehabilitation Physiotherapy, University of Nigeria, Enugu campus. And if you're just watching my videos for the very first time, you are very much welcome, and I'm so happy and glad to have you here. And if you are joining us after watching a previous video, welcome back, and I'm glad to have you. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, thank you for sharing. So if you're a medical student, you're studying medicine and surgery, you're studying dentistry, you're studying medical rehabilitation physiotherapy, you're in your 100 level, you're in 200 level, you're in 300 level, then this video is for you. Because I've talked about my experiences, my second MBBS experiences, how I thought I'm going to fail, how I failed anatomy, I resit anatomy and eventually passed, and so I didn't have to resit 300 level. And so in today's video, I'll be sharing with you what I would do with the knowledge I have right now. If I'm to go back to 200 level to start all over again, what I would do to make sure that I pass anatomy in one sitting. So the reason I'm going to do is because I've had a lot of questions from people, from my mentees. You know, second MBBS is a whole lot. It's a very big determining factor in your medical life. Once you get it right with your second MB exams and you pass, I don't think there's any exams in medical school that you can't pass. So how it goes is that you have 3 chances. After the 3rd chance, if you still not made it, you have to leave. So just watch my previous videos to know everything about MB, my experiences. So in this video in particular, I'll be talking on just anatomy. So I just crossed over from 100 level. I just came to UNEC newly, and I'm in 200 level. I'm trying to settle down. I'm just seeing anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry for the very first time. How am I going to pass? I've heard a lot of stories. Many people fail second MB. People scores. You know, I've heard a lot of things. People had to resit. Some people had to be chased out of not really chased out. Some people were asked to leave the department, go to another department. God, I've heard a whole lot of stories, and my mind, I feel distracted already. I feel pressured already. Fear is already building up already, and this is where we get it wrong as medical students. Second MBBS, second PHT, second DPT is second EHC is not actually as hard. It's hard, but it's not hard as people make it to be. So there's actually no need to be afraid. So if you're already having fear in you, you have to discard, you have to suppress the fear, because the word of God says that I have not given you the spirit of fear and timidity, but I've given you the spirit of boldness. So each time you hear somebody say, people failed anatomy, or only 3 people failed, you always tell that person, even if it's only 1 person that is going to pass anatomy, I am that 1 person. Yes, because the word of God says that whatever I hear you say is what I'm going to do. So you are speaking victory into your life. So tackle fear. That's number 1 thing before you think of tackling anatomy, biochemistry, and physio. Don't let people's experiences determine you, because I'm telling you that second MBBS is a unique experience for every individual. If you talk to me and I share my experience to you, it's not the same thing that my friend is going to share with you as her own experience. It's not the same thing that Nneka had, that Emeka had. It's not the same experience that Antonia had, that Ebuka has, or Sabina has. It's not the same thing. If I share my own experiences with you and you hear another person's experience, like there are some people that their journey, their experience was so smooth, it was so, until you do Viva, that's when you know that grace. So just dispel fear. Every day when you wake up, we are humans, and there is a way you may not be able to dispel it. You may not, you didn't call for it. It just came. It is one of the antics of the enemies. So what you always do is, no matter when it comes, whenever it comes, you dispel it immediately. I'm not going to fail. I'm going to pass. I mean, you've been passing right from nursery school till now. So what tells you that you are going to fail now? It's just fear. So the very first thing, or the second thing, because the first thing I'm going to do is keep encouraging myself. It's not really the first thing, because you continue to do it, because it's going to keep coming back to you. When you see your test scores and you're saying 20, 30, oh my god, fear is going to set in. So that is like a continuous process. So it's not like the first thing. So it's like a continuous process. So another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get 3 exercise books, because anatomy, we have gross anatomy, we have histology, we have embryology. So I'll get 3 exercise books for each of these. Then I will get an outline for gross anatomy, an outline for histology, an outline for embryology, and I'll take a pen. This is what works for me. I'm telling you what I would do based on the knowledge I have right now. If I'm in a place like this, if I'm in 200 level, starting all over again, I'll get a pen and paper. No, I'm not going to use my device. No, I'm not going to use my phone, because it didn't work for me. I don't know if it works for you, but it doesn't work for me. I will get my book and I will write down every single topic on the outline for gross anatomy on the book for a report for it. For histology, I'll do the same. For embryology, I'll do the same. Then another thing is classes. I will do my very, very best to attend anatomy classes right from day one that anatomy classes started. So let me tell you the truth, you'll be under pressure, you have a lot of things, you have a lot of practicals, you are trying to cope. Sometimes you are so drained and tired, you have to wake up early in the morning to attend classes. And that is the truth of the matter. Sometimes you may not even be able to keep up with the classes. And honestly, when I was in 200 level, 300, I didn't attend most of my classes, I'll be honest with you. But if I had to go back now, I had the opportunity, I would try my best to attend classes. So I would attend classes. That's one thing I'm going to do. The next thing I'm going to do is, which is the most important, I will go to YouTube for each of the topics that I have written. Let's say my first topic is shoulder joints. I will go to YouTube and type anatomy of shoulder joints. I will watch at least 2-3 videos to give me an overview, to give me an understanding of shoulder joint. Then I will crown it up with Adele Bondo's video. Adele Bondo's video is the only video that I used to write my notes. I used Adele Bondo's videos to write my notes, and some it's only neuroanatomy that I had to use lecturers' materials to write notes for spinal cord, for cerebrum, for cerebellum, because I'm trying to get the overview from the lecturer's point of view. But for every other single topic, I created my notes from Adele Bondo. So the way you read for anatomy, so you don't just watch this video and think you can apply same for physiology and biochemistry, it's not going to work. Anatomy is there. Once you understand shoulder joint is shoulder joint. So that's how I'm going to do if I had the opportunity. I'm going to write all my notes from Adele Bondo's video. I will not read textbook. Yes, for me, I will not read textbook, and I will not buy any textbook. I will not buy Cherusia. I will not buy Last Anatomy. What's the name of the other one? I don't really remember right now. I will not buy any of them, because none of them, all the single textbooks that I wasted my money to buy, I never understood anything from them, and that was what affected me in second 200 level first semester. I was trying to read my textbook. I wasn't getting anything. Exams scheme, I've not even read up to half of the textbook. How am I going to pass? It was when and because I was following the advice of my seniors, I was following their advice. They kept saying, buy this textbook, buy the other textbook, and you get confused. Which textbook will you buy? I practically bought all of them, but still, I wasn't getting it until I finally discovered that videos work for me. Videos work for me. Reading with my phone, reading materials online from my phone did not work for me. I tried it in 200 level first semester, and it didn't work for me. So another thing I'm going to say is, find out what works for you. A friend of mine reads textbooks, and textbooks work for her. She passed all her exams. My other friend, she doesn't read textbooks. She watches videos. But another thing that helps her a lot is Atlas. Seniors are also telling us, read your Atlas. But Atlas only works for me once I have watched as much videos, I understand it well, I've created my notes, then I can now fall back on my Atlas. And this is a point where you are fighting against time, because there's no much time. That's another big issue that we face. So this is the advice I would give to you if you are in 200 level currently. Dispel fear whenever it comes to you. Find the best approach you will use to study anatomy. Try out reading with textbooks, try out reading with lecturers' materials, try out attending classes, try out watching videos, just for you to get what works for you perfectly. And once you get that stuff that works perfectly for you, grab it and hold on to it. Don't allow anybody to tell you, to drag you to do what is working for them, because it's not going to work for you. Find out. I don't know, people usually tell me, you cannot say morning works for you, afternoon works for you, night class works for you. Night class doesn't work for me. I never attend night class. I don't like reading with crowd. I don't like reading with many people. I like to study on my own. The only time I do group reading with my friends is maybe a day to the exams. I just see her revising past questions. I'll just say, okay, let me join, and I will not be revising past questions. That's the morning of the exams or a day to the exams. But there are some people that they do group reading from day one and it works for them, but it doesn't work for me. That's why I keep saying, find out what works for you and stick to it. Yeah. Read, study, do your part. I will keep saying it, do your part. Can you look at yourself? Can you look into yourself? Can you look within yourself and be like, there's how you know that you've studied very well. Like, there's how you know that you've prepared very, very well. And once you write your exams and you come out, you feel this peace. You feel this, no matter how it comes out, you know that, yes, I did my best. Yes, I did what I had to do. You have that confidence. Then pray. And why would I say pray? On your Viva, your MCQs, your essay, God used to do wonders. So you can just pick up an MCQ question, past question, and read. This is what happened to me during my recent anatomy exams. I had read what I could read. Few days to my mock, I stopped reading my textbooks, my materials. I started reading MCQs, looking at past questions, and I assure you that once I entered the hall for mock, the amount of MCQs, in fact, I would literally read before I even look at the options. I already know the answers because God did. Histonko, the same thing. Esenko, should I tell you that by the grace of God, I was able to predict out of 5 questions. I predicted that tongue would come out, and it came out. I predicted question number 5. Every single thing that was there, I predicted them, and it came out. Stomach, I predicted stomach, and it came out. Mediastinum, I predicted it, and it came out. It's only the last one that I didn't really predict, although I had a little knowledge about it. Not little, I had knowledge about it, so I was able to write. So God works. And then your Viva and call. Viva is grace, because you can just walk in and they will tell you, pick a bone. The lecturer you meet to be like, pick a bone and tell me what you know about the bone. They give you the option, they tell you to pick it. Me, I will now meet another lecturer. He will now bring out capitulum and ask me, which bone is this? Capitulum. Or you bring out lunate from your hand and ask me, which bone is this? Lunate where I never see before. Lunate I don't even know anything about. That was what happened to me during my very first exams. I have never seen tattoos before. I never held it with my hand. But there are some bones that if I had picked, fibula is there, scapula is there. If I had picked them, I would be able to explain. But my friends that they made lecturers that just said, yeah, pick the bone that you know and explain. They picked it and they explained happily. Didn't God did? God did. So that's why I said prayer. So do your best and leave the rest for God. You're going to pass, you're not going to fail. There's no need to be afraid. So thank you so much for watching, and in the next episode I'll be talking about physiology or biochemistry, any of them. I'll talk about each of them in different videos. So see you on my next video. Bye.